What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fantasy Feed. We are doing a quick MVP odds update here this Thursday. We didn't do it Wednesday, so we're posting it here Thursday before the Thursday night game, before Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert can face off against one another. Stone with Mason and Paul, as usual. We have the Fantasy Feed. Like the video if you enjoy it. Comment down below who your MVP this far into the season is, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed today's content. But I am just going to fly right into the list today. We're going to get through it quick. We're going to get right into number 10. It is Lamar Jackson at plus 5,000 odds. Honestly, I don't think he really deserves to be on the list anymore at this point. He's been playing so bad. Mason's crying over there. I can see it. Poor little guy. Josh Allen, number 9.
I agree, though.
Josh Allen, number 9. Kind of an odd one. They played in that New England game, and he had a bad game because who's going to have a good game in that weather? And now he's just down 6 spots in the list. I think that's kind of criminal. He should be above people like, number 7, Dak Prescott. I don't think Dak Prescott really has any business being on the list after how many bad dud games he's had this year. Dak Prescott is tied 7th with Jonathan Taylor, who was on bye week, so there's not much to say about him this week. He's been good. Obviously, everyone knows that he's been an absolute monster. But a part of the focus today is going to be Justin Herbert at the 6th position. Justin Herbert, my MVP candidate all year long. Still not getting the respect that he deserves. Still under Patrick Mahomes, who's had 3 games that's dictated every single stat that he's earned this year. I think Justin Herbert deserves to be at least top 5 at this point, above somebody like Kyler Murray, who's missed 18 games this season, who doesn't really deserve to be where he's at. So, it's just my little quick take on Herbert.
He's had a monster year, man. Herbert's been freaking phenomenal. He's had so many good games, had a few duds, but gosh, I love that kid, man. So electric.
Oh yeah, Justin Herbert, absolute stud. He's sitting at plus 1,600 odds at the 6th place position, and then the guy that's opposite him tonight on the Thursday night football game, Patrick Mahomes, plus 1,400 odds. Justin Herbert's kind of catching up to him. Patrick Mahomes, like I said, he's got, I think, 15 touchdowns in 3 games this year, and then he's got like 10 more in like the rest of them, and then he has like 86 turnovers this year as well. But he's the poster child, so he's going to be in the top 5 in your MVP voting for the rest of his career. So I don't know if you guys have anything to say about that. I'm just be worried.
He's had some big games like Herbert. Has not had a big as of game as Herbert, because Herbert had a 50-point game. Mahomes has had a 6-point game this year. Mahomes has had his 40-point games, his 30-point games. We've just seen more of the under 20-point performances, so that's why we as fantasy football fans are kind of down on him and down on the MVP voting, but he's still right there.
I think it's going to be kind of reminiscent of what he's done most of the year. Play well enough for the team to win, but I like Justin Herbert. I think he's going to continue his. I can't call it a streak because I guess 3 out of the last 4 games he's put up 3 touchdowns and 300+ yards. I could see it doing it to this defense, and so I'm probably going to take the upset in Justin Herbert because I feel like most people are going to take Patrick Mahomes.
I'm hoping if Justin Herbert does pull off the win this week, that he gets bumped up in the MVP standings over Mahomes. Just give Herbert his respect, man. He deserves it at this point. Come on now. What's he got, 30 touchdowns at this point?
I hope they both get 50 because it'll be a fun game.
Me and Mason are relying heavily on Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen to win us some fantasy leagues. So, I mean, yeah.
Herbert has 30. Mahomes has 27 touchdowns.
Yeah, so I don't know. Herbert, he's just kind of getting slept on a little bit, in my opinion. If we move on, though, through the list, tied 4th with Mahomes is Matthew Stafford. That's fair. He's had a really good year this year. He's had a couple of up and downs, but I think he deserves to be above Mahomes. I don't think Mahomes deserves to be on the same wavelength as Stafford. And then if you go into number 3, I definitely don't agree with Kyler Murray being at number 3 because the guy didn't play 5 games. I don't even know how it's possible to still be on an MVP list if you don't play so many games in a year. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
So with Kyler, he sat 3 games due to injury.
Yeah.
I understand that one of the games was a bye week, so it makes it elongated with 4 straight weeks of him not playing. But he's mimicking some of the greatest completion percentage seasons from a quarterback in NFL history. He's on pace to be the 3rd highest ever, right behind both of Drew Brees' records. I don't think that's something to scoff at. I do believe that he deserves to be on this list, maybe not as high as 3, but I do believe he should be at least in the top half of this list.
Dude,
it's crazy. Kyler Murray does have a good completion percentage, but if you watch some of his throws, you're like, the dude doesn't look accurate. So, like, sometimes he's really accurate, sometimes it's not there.
He's got like 5 good receivers, a good tight end, and 2 good running backs on his team too, so that also helps. Moving up to the top 2, there's not much to say about these guys anymore at this point. You got number 2, Aaron Rodgers.
The GOAT.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
The GOAT.
Definitely one of the GOATs of passing the ball ever. But number 1, Tom Brady also. That's the real GOAT, let's be real. And, I mean, there's no arguing the top 2 at this point. Like, they're the top 2 every single year. It seems like these guys are unstoppable in every aspect of their game. So, Tom Brady's at number 1 with minus 150 odds, by the way. I think odds makers are saying, yeah, he's already won it, essentially. And I could completely agree with that because the dude averages like 4 touchdowns and 300 yards a game. There's not much catching up to do to Tom Brady unless he just sat the rest of the year for some reason. But
mind blown.
That's it for the MVP conversation of this week. We're going to post that here this Thursday, before the Thursday night game, before the odds can change up with Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes squaring off against one another. If you guys enjoyed the video, like, comment down below who your MVP this far through the season is, and subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more fantasy football advice we post throughout the entire week. And we're doing live streams on Saturdays. But that's all we got to talk about. Mason, go ahead and break us out.
Fantasy Few out, baby. Let's go.